Welcome to our channel where we strive to empower individuals to live their best lives. In this video, we'll be exploring the science of happiness, understanding the latest research and how to incorporate it into your life. Happiness is a complex and often elusive concept. It can mean different things to different people and can change throughout a person's life. However, despite its complexity, happiness is something that most of us strive for in our daily lives. Whether it's through pursuing a career, building relationships, or finding a sense of purpose, we all want to be happy. But what does it mean to be happy, and how can we achieve it? This is where the science of happiness comes in. Recent research on happiness and well-being has revealed a great deal about what happiness is, how it's achieved, and how it can be maintained. In this video, we will take a closer look at the science of happiness, including the biology, psychology, and sociology of happiness. We will also hear from experts in these fields and explore practical tips for incorporating what we learn into our daily lives. The biology of happiness. The biology of happiness is the study of the chemical processes in the brain that are associated with happiness. Two of the most important chemicals involved in happiness are serotonin and dopamine. Serotonin is a chemical that helps regulate mood, sleep, and appetite. It's often referred to as the feel-good chemical because it's associated with feelings of happiness and well-being. Dopamine, on the other hand, is a chemical that plays a role in motivation and pleasure. It's often referred to as the reward chemical because it's released when we experience something pleasurable. Endorphins are also an important part of the biology of happiness. They are natural painkillers that are produced in the brain and can help us feel better both physically and emotionally. They are often referred to as the runner's high because they are released during physical activity. But they can also be released through other activities such as laughter or even eating certain foods. The connection between physical health and happiness is also worth noting. Research has shown that people who are physically healthy tend to be happier than those who are not. This is likely due to the fact that physical health is associated with increased energy, better mood, and improved sleep. The psychology of happiness. The psychology of happiness is the study of how our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors impact our overall well-being. One of the most important aspects of the psychology of happiness is the concept of flourishing. Flourishing is a term used to describe a state of optimal well-being that goes beyond just the absence of mental illness. It includes having positive relationships, a sense of purpose, and the ability to cope with life's challenges. Another important aspect of the psychology of happiness is the impact of mindset and perspective. Research has shown that people who have a positive mindset tend to be happier than those who have a negative one. This is because a positive mindset allows us to see the good in situations, even when things are not going well. A negative mindset, on the other hand, can lead to feelings of hopelessness and despair. The sociology of happiness. The sociology of happiness is the study of how our social relationships and the culture we live in impact our overall well-being. Research has shown that people who have strong social relationships tend to be happier than those who do not. This is likely due to the fact that social connections provide us with a sense of belonging and support. Culture also plays a role in happiness. Different cultures have different expectations and beliefs about what it means to be happy. For example, some cultures place a greater emphasis on individualism, while others place a greater emphasis on collectivism. Understanding how culture influences our happiness can help us better understand how to achieve happiness within our own cultural context. Final thoughts. Happiness is a complex and multifaceted concept. The latest research in the field of happiness has revealed much about what it means to be happy and how to achieve it. By understanding the biology, psychology, and sociology of happiness, and by incorporating practical tips into our daily lives, we can all strive to achieve a greater sense of well-being and fulfillment. We hope you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful. Remember, self-care is important for maintaining physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Be sure to subscribe to Innerpowerminds for more tips and techniques on self-care and mindfulness.